Computing 1, Chapter 6, Console I/O and String Manipulation. At the end of this chapter, students are expected to know and should be able to apply C++, console input and output, and also string manipulation. This involves how to put spacing in the display, how to specify the number of decimal places that we want to display, and at the end of the chapter is a little bit of string manipulation. Chapter content. We will start with the formal theory on formatted output with printf, then the same to the input, which will be using scanf, and then file I/O using fprintf and fscanf, then lastly string manipulation. Let us begin with formatted console output. Formatted output means we can lay out or arrange our output nicely the way that we want. We have been using printf in our labs and exercises many times already, but so far we only place the output value at the percent as placeholders with little formatting. The f in the function printf actually refers to formatted, but so far we have not been formatting our output so much. So in this chapter, we will see in what way we can format our output. The syntax. Printf itself is a function returning integer, and it is expecting at least one parameter or one input, the format string, and then after that there are optionally values or variables that should match with the placeholder that we have in our format string. So as we said just now, printf is a function that returns integer. So what does this integer means? It is the number of characters that we printed using that call of printf. If you want to know how many characters you have printed, you can keep the output of printf in a variable. The format string, the first parameter to printf, is the string where we put percentages that we call placeholder. This percentage must match one-to-one with value 1, this one, and value 2, and so on, that come after the string, and the match is done in that sequence. The first value has to match with the first percent in here. The second value must match with the second percent in the format string, and so on. The matching has to be in sequence. Next, we look at the syntax for the format string. The format string itself has its own sublanguage to define the format that it can handle. You can actually Google for all the available format in the internet. We can Google now. The keyword is printf reference. Then we get this result from Google. Go to the first page. It looks promising. So this is a page. Then you can see perhaps the complete description of printf specification. We have flags, width, precision, and so on. However, for our scope, these are the only format that we want to cover. The percent, of course, we already learned, and then what you have been using so far is only the specifier. And we are going to add more information on top of that. What are the flags, width, and precision? And as you can see here, precision must be preceded by a dot. All the format that we put in square bracket are optional, which means flag, width, and precision are all optional. This is not syntax notation, but it is just a convention to show something that is optional we put in square bracket. Then let us look at the specifier. Just now we saw the percent or the placeholder that we have in our printf can be followed by specifiers. So what are the possible specifier that we can use? You can Google and you can see the complete list of all specifiers that modern C++ compiler can handle. But for our class, let us look at only this list. %d, we already used so many times, is to print signed decimal integer. %u, unsigned. If you are trying to print a negative number with %u, you will get different value. %o is to print octal, base 8. %c to print a character. %s, in this chapter, we will learn it is how to print a C string, not a C++ string object, but C string. %% is to print the percent itself. It is like escape sequence to print a percent. %x, either small or capital letter, is to print the value in hexadecimal integer. Just now, %o is for octal. %f, either small letter or capital letter, to print floating point. %e, either small letter or capital letter, is to print our value in scientific notation floating point. There is something missing here. We would like to let you find what is the meaning if we put %g. You can Google for that. So we have seen the percent followed by the mandatory specifiers. But if you still remember, in between the percent and the mandatory specifier, there are 3 optional specifiers. Let us look at those optional specifiers. The first optional specifier is the flag. There are 3 types of flag that we can use. If we put a dash or a negative sign, which means if we put percent dash d like that, this will let justify our printing. It will not print the dash or the minus sign itself. Remember, this is a language for formatting, not language for number crunching. If we put a plus sign, this will force a preceding sign, either positive or negative, to be printed together with the value that we print. Normally, if we print a positive number, that positive sign will not be printed. But if we put positive, a positive number will be printed preceded by a positive sign. Of course, negative numbers or negative values will be printed with negative sign in front of it, with or without the plus flag. The last one is 0, which means 0 padding. For example, if we put %0d, this 0 will not be printed as 0, but it means if we want to print 20, for example, it will be printed as 0 to 0 instead of only to 0. The next optional specifier is the width. This is just a number to specify the minimum number of spaces to be spared for the value that we are printing. For example, if we put %3d, if the value that we want to print is a 20, it will be printed as space 20 instead of only 20, because the printing will spare the value to be printed in 3 spaces area. that will be the minimum space given to the printing of the value. The last one is the precision specifier. This is also a number, must be preceded by a dot. This, on the other hand, is to specify the maximum number of digits to be printed if we are printing floating point. This way, we can limit the number of precision that we want to print, because sometimes too many digits after decimal point will make our printing ugly. Let us look at one example before we go through some exercise. Let's say we have an integer dd, we give value 230, and we give this format specifier to print dd %5d. This will print, yes, of course it will print 230, but there will be two empty spaces, because we say we want a minimum of 5 spaces to print dd. So 5 spaces are given to us, but because the value is only in the range of 100, we only make use 3 out of 5 spaces. Next example is about printing floating point. We have this number, for example, double dd. We want to print the value in 5 character space for integer and 3 spaces for the fraction part or the decimal part. So what we need to do is to put printf %9.3f. F is because we want to print double here, because dd is a double. Then what's the meaning of 9? 9 means we want to print the value in a minimum space of 9 spaces. So if you count the space over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 spaces to print dd, but then 3 of the spaces maximum will be spared for the decimal point. So we print 1, 2, 3 digit after decimal point, even though we define the value to have 5 digit after decimal. And then the dot itself will be printed as 1 space. So what is left for the integer part? 3 plus 1 is 4. Subtract from 9. So 9 subtract 4, we have 5 spaces to print the integer part of the value. So we achieve our formatting criteria: 5 character for integer, 3 character for the fraction part. The total space that we need to specify in the width is actually 5 plus 3, 8, and then plus 1 for the decimal point. So 9.3f. That is how we print using printf if we want to print it as 5 character integer and 3 character fraction. There is a note about printing string object. So far, I think we have not been printing string object so much, because it is a little tricky to print C++ string object with printf, because printf is expecting C string, not C++ string object. So to print string object, what you need is to call C underscore str, C string actually, short form for C string, from the string object that we want to print. For example, let's say you declare another dd, but now it is a string, and this is the value that you assign to the string object. To print dd using printf, you need to use %s as the placeholder for printing a string, but then you cannot put just dd. You need to put dd dot c underscore str and then a blank bracket. You need to call this method, this function, from the object. So this whole thing will print the value, which is now who question mark. So this is how you print C++ string object using printf.